Welcome back to Syndology 101 in the middle of Louisiana summer. It's warm, as you can tell. I do appear that I'm melting. I know it's been several months since I've done any sort of update on the channel. It's not that I've not been busy. The last update, I was working on this, I believe, and shortly thereafter, I managed to take a small vacation to New Mexico. Managed to get away for a little bit, and so really, when I left, I was working on this kind of. Right now, it's on the back burner with other projects and other things I have going on, but it's not done. Obviously, I'm not finished with it. It's not that I'm not thinking about it. It's just kind of on the back burner. In the lift, you see the green car, the SRT4 swap. It's actually been running really, really well. Overall, I'm very happy with it. I have destroyed an axle, which happens from time to time. It's been a while since I've destroyed an axle. So I'm currently waiting on an axle, but this thing has been running really well. I actually have some video with my brother's GoPro that I should be uploading before too terribly long. And he came down here recently, and so we did some driving in it. But while he was here, he brought his Focus ST, and he's had a big turbo sitting and waiting, an ATP kit. He's had it for several years waiting. He was going to have somebody else install it. I told him, bring it down next time you're here, and we will make it happen. Aside from the tune, I'm not going to do the tune on the ST. It's a different system than I am used to. It's Cobb. I've not really messed with Cobb. And looking at the Focus ST in HP tuners, which I did several years ago, I'm not up to date on it. So it's kind of his semi-daily driver, so I wasn't going to risk that. But while he was here, we put the ATP kit on his car. Overall, that was actually a pretty straightforward kit. They did a really good job with it. It's kind of nice not having a separate manifold. The turbo just bolts onto the head with a small adapter. He went from the factory tiny little turbo that could barely do 20 psi on the factory engine to a Garrett GTX Generation 2 3076R. So a fairly large turbo, a 58 millimeter turbo. Pretty good sized turbo for that 2 liter Ford. I gotta say, I was skeptical about that turbo. To be completely honest, I thought it was a bit big. It is a bit big, but for a daily driver, for something that you can just drive and not worry about getting into boost, and just when you're ready for it, it's gonna boost when you put your foot all the way down. Honestly, not too bad. Little bit late spooling, but overall, for what it is, I gotta say, came out really well. He had a tile blow-off valve. The kit that he bought for the charge pipe did not fit worth a crap. There was no room for the teal blow-off valve with that cold side kit, so we put it in the hot side. I had an adapter for that blow-off valve and enough hoses and whatnot. So really, overall, that ST turbo kit really went on relatively easy. I gotta say, ATP did a really good job on that kit. We took several days to do it. Could have been done by somebody who was more motivated. You could literally do that turbo kit in a day. Overall, not too bad. I believe it was Edge Autosport that did his remote tuning, and they were very responsive with their tunes. They came in really quick. So he had a really good bass tune, and then I think when he left, he was running about 23 psi on that turbo, and it moved out. It really did. He was chasing me in this car. This one's a lot lighter than the ST. That 52 millimeter 20G turbo, the Stage 3 kit, it moves out. It moves out quick, and it'll break an axle. So really cool. It was fun. I enjoyed putting that turbo kit on the ST, and had fun with that. Obviously, there was some destruction. We took the Challenger out as well. We didn't do any lineup racing or anything like that. That really was not what we were. That's not what we were doing. We just were having some fun, enjoying some time. The next thing on the list, because winter, even though it's extremely hot right now, winter is coming. During winter time, I will be pulling the engine and transmission out of this. I want to do some extra sealing. I want to replace the oil pan gasket. It's been leaking ever since I put it together because of the the crank scraper that I put in that didn't have an oil, it didn't have a hole for the oil dipstick, and I didn't realize that till I put it all together, and I had to take it apart, and I was in a little bit of a rush to put it together. It's never sealed very well ever since. I'm going to take that apart, seal that up. I want to replace the rear main seal. That does seem to be leaking some, but maybe a turbo upgrade. Definitely a cam upgrade. I found a set of Crowler Stage 3. Currently, I'm running BC Stage 4s in this thing, and I am not in any way, shape, or form impressed with these BC Stage 4s. They're supposed to be a equivalent to a Crane 18. I'm not seeing it at all. Like, it just does. They do not impress me whatsoever. They don't impress me. So I found a set of Crowler Stage 3s, which means that's going to push me to go ahead and go forward, finishing this head up finally. The one done by Josh, Scam Doctor, Port Doctor. Really doesn't look bad, but after all, if you follow the insanity of last year with the machine shop, and then before that with trying to get that head finished from Josh, I have decided to finish it, to put those Crowler cams in, to make it worthy. I am sending it to All Motor Mike. I have sent him an email, or sent him a message, got it ready. I got to collect a few parts, and then I am sending that off to All Motor Mike to have him look it over, to finish it up, to see if it's worth saving. If it's not, I will send another core head to him and just have him do a head from start to finish, so that I have one for the cams, so that I can extract some more power out of this. There is a possibility that I might have Turbo Bay Performance do another turbo for me, something a little bit bigger. We've talked about it. I haven't pulled the trigger on it, but I might. We will see. This is a really good turbo already. Do I need more? Always. 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 Before I sign off, I did get my sunroof plug from DCR finally, so that's good. I thought they were going to be late with it before I got a chance to road test this vehicle, but as you can see, that has not happened. It's definitely collected some dust. I thought after my spoiler paint job that I did that turned out really good, I thought that I would paint the hood on this thing, and from a distance it looks okay, but it's not. And honestly, even if I were to put the hood on the car right now, it's actually some of the best paint that the car has, but it's not a great paint job. So that's back to the drawing board. So yeah, lots of stuff has gone on, but not a lot of stuff has gone on. I've got plans, not so much in the way of time, and it's hot here in Louisiana. I do plan on driving the green SRT some more. Just try to enjoy it. I have a bit of a leak, a bit of a coolant leak that I'm going to track down as well. But all in all, the car is running really well when I have not broken it. So can't really be too terribly upset. And that's pretty much the update. I thought it's been a while. It's been like 3 or 4 months, 3 months at this point since I updated. So here it is. If you have any questions about the car or the builds or anything like that, or that I'm kind of an idiot, go ahead and post it below. But I cannot wait to get this head sent off to All Motor Mike so that I can finally have this ported head that is basically 3 years in the making. Finally get it finished. So that's pretty much it at this point. I will try to be back and update sooner with you know, a couple more updates instead of waiting so long. But that's what it is. All right. You guys, catch you next time.